Welcome back to Auto Rush Pro. Today we're stepping into a moment that American car culture has been waiting for. A moment when nostalgia, muscle, and modern engineering finally collide. The legend is back, and it looks nothing like a memory. It looks like the future wearing a familiar badge. This is the 2026 Chevy Monte Carlo SS, and if you thought the muscle coupe era was slowing down, this car is here to prove you wrong. The first time you walk up to the Monte Carlo SS, it gives you that instant feeling that Chevy built it with a purpose. The front fascia is sharp, sculpted, and intimidating in a way that feels clean, not excessive. The LED lighting stretches across the nose with a razor-like signature. The big black grille with the SS branding sits confidently between aerodynamic vents, and everything about the front end tells you this is a car that wants to be driven, not displayed. Move along the sides and you see how the new Monte Carlo blends old-school swagger with modern finesse. The long coupe silhouette makes a comeback, but now the lines are more athletic, more fluid, more aerodynamic. It sits lower than expected, wide enough to command the road, and the 20-inch performance wheels fit the fenders like they were sculpted around them. The sloping roofline gives the car a sleek, fastback attitude that looks aggressive without trying to look wild. The doors are frameless, the shoulder line is clean, and from every angle you get the sense that the Monte Carlo SS has been designed to look fast even in silence. But the rear might be the best part of its exterior identity. The LED strip stretches across the tail with a subtle, glowing effect that makes the whole back end look futuristic. Quad exhaust tips sit inside an aerodynamic diffuser, letting everyone behind you know exactly what type of machine they're dealing with. And when the brake lights hit, the Monte Carlo SS shows off a signature pattern that's unmistakably Chevrolet. It's one of those cars that you turn back to look at as you walk away, because every angle shows a different personality. The real experience begins when you open the door and step inside. Chevy has transformed the interior in a way that feels worthy of a modern performance coupe. The driver's seat feels like a cockpit designed intentionally for you. The leather suede performance seats hug you tightly but stay comfortable. For long drives, the stitching is clean, the SS logo is embroidered with pride, and the bolstering gives you confidence even before you start the engine. The technology in the cabin instantly sets the tone for what kind of experience you're about to have. In front of you is a beautifully curved 14-inch fully digital gauge cluster that changes dynamically, depending on your drive mode. Next to it, slightly tilted toward you, is the large infotainment screen, quick, sharp, and responsive, with a layout that feels natural from the first moment you use it. The animations are smooth, the menus are simple, and Chevy's interface finally feels premium and modern, enough to match the car's performance. The steering wheel is flat-bottomed, thick, and wrapped in high-grade leather with performance grips. When you hold it, you instantly feel connected to the car, like it wants you to take control rather than sit back. The paddle shifters behind the wheel feel metallic, precise, and satisfying, not like cheap plastic pieces found in many cars. Chevy made a smart choice by blending physical controls with digital ones. You don't have to tap through endless menus for simple things. The climate controls, volume, some drive functions, all remain accessible with buttons and dials that feel mechanically solid. The ambient lighting spreads across the dash and doors, with color choices that match your nighttime mood. Whether you want a cool blue glow or a fierce red performance vibe, the Monte Carlo SS interior adapts around you. The cabin is quiet, impressively quiet for an American performance coupe. Road noise is muted, just enough to make highway driving smooth, yet the car still allows just the right amount of engine note to slip through so you never forget you're sitting in something powerful. Even the rear seats have been given more padding and slightly more space than you'd expect from a coupe of this shape, making them genuinely usable for short trips or everyday needs. And the trunk? Surprisingly functional. Chevy knows that Monte Carlo owners don't want a pure toy, they want practicality mixed with excitement. So yes, it can fit luggage, gear, groceries, and the essentials of daily life. But no matter how good the interior is, the heart of this car is what sits under the hood. Chevy knew that a Monte Carlo SS without real muscle would never be accepted. So they fitted a 5.3-liter V8 that pushes out roughly 475 horsepower and 480 pound-feet of torque. This engine feels natural, confident, and ready to deliver power at any moment. Paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission that shifts smoothly under normal driving and aggressively in sport mode, the Monte Carlo SS becomes a car that adapts perfectly to your intention. Tap the throttle and the car responds instantly, with torque that comes in strong and stays strong. The acceleration is clean and fast, hitting 0 to 60 in the low 4-second range. The sound is natural, deep, and classic. No fake speaker noise, no artificial drama. Just a real American V8, expressing itself through a quad exhaust system tuned for character and emotion. Handling is where the 2026 Monte Carlo SS takes a huge step beyond its ancestors. With a strengthened chassis, performance suspension, adaptive dampers, and a finely tuned steering setup, this car is more than a straight-line machine. It grips through corners with balance and confidence. The body roll is minimal, the steering feedback is tight and predictable, and the upgraded Brembo brakes give you firm, reassuring stopping power every time. Switch between drive modes and the car changes its personality. Comfort mode softens the edges, making the Monte Carlo a surprisingly calm daily driver. Sport mode wakes everything up. The throttle sharpens, the steering tightens, the exhaust opens, and track mode turns the coupe into a fully alert, performance machine ready for fast corners and aggressive driving. Chevy has also packed the Monte Carlo SS with advanced safety and driver assist tech. Adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, blind spot alerts, automatic emergency braking, and a high-resolution 360-degree camera all come standard. Parking sensors, rear cross traffic alerts, and automated parking help make this performance coupe manageable in tight city spaces as well. Now let's talk price, because this is where the Monte Carlo SS becomes extremely interesting. In the US, the expected starting price sits around $52,000. A cow. Shockingly good number for a V8 performance coupe with this level of design, tech, and capability. Fully loaded with premium interior packages, performance add-ons, and all available options. The price tops out around the $62,000 to $65,000 mark. That's still far below European rivals, while offering more power, more personality, and a more emotional driving experience. For fans in the UK, Canada, and Germany, the Monte Carlo SS represents something refreshing. A bold, unapologetic, American performance coupe that stands out among the sea of European luxury cars. Where other brands offer precision and refinement, the Monte Carlo brings passion, noise, and attitude. A different flavor of performance that a lot of global drivers have been missing. The 2026 Monte Carlo SS isn't just a comeback, it's a rebirth. A car that turns nostalgia into innovation. A car that respects its past but refuses to live in it. Chevy has given this legend the power, the technology, the personality, and the presence it deserves. And in a world where cars are becoming quieter, softer, and more disconnected, the Monte Carlo SS brings back the feeling, the excitement, of real driving. If you're a fan of performance coupes, this one is going to be hard to ignore. And if you're someone who grew up loving the Monte Carlo name, then this 2026 model might be exactly what you hoped the future would look like. Thanks for watching Auto Rush Pro. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2026 Chevy Monte Carlo SS, hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because we're just getting started.